Hello my friends, I welcome you. Today I've been talking on my own with the microphone turned up. Sometimes it happens. It's Friday, a bit more relaxed today. Had a long week, and actually today I'm going to stream for you a bit longer than normal. So hopefully that's going to be okay with you, and hope you can join me this evening to do the Stolen Lands monolith. Change of scenery from the last ruin one we usually do. The end goal is still the Ravenous Void Gloves, but now we're going to try and improve our glove drop rate blessing from 53%. Maybe we get a better roll than that, so what do you say? Maybe, you never know. So here we go, I guess you can hear me now, finally. But at least we have the closed captions on, so probably even if I was mumbling over there, you could have said, yeah. So that's what he's trying to say. But of course, the closed captioning program is a bit wacky, and I can't just talk very slowly for it to understand what I'm saying, because we're on the stream after all. So, such a long week. I was actually wondering if there are any cats in Berlin, because we didn't see any until now. We did see foxes, so maybe the foxes ate the cats, I don't know. I finally found one in the inner courtyard of the place we're living in. Live in an apartment block, and it's enclosed. It has enclosed a very nice inner courtyard, or a garden sorts. We saw a black German cat, Berlinese cat, running around. So then we can at least rest assured we won't see any mice, because the place we lived at previously, man, the inner courtyard was full of mice. I asked the neighbor over there, and they said, yeah, we used to have a cat, but it died 2 years ago. Well, get a new one. I mean, it was teeming with mice. So no rats, not rats, but mice. Those small little rodents. We have rodents over here as well, but the rodents we have are squirrels. They're so hilarious. They come on the balcony every morning looking for nuts stuff. People give them nuts, walnuts, and you can just see them running around with little walnuts in their little mouths. Common hours! You actually joined as the stream started. Nice. Good morning to you. Happy Friday. Now I was talking with my microphone muted, so yeah. It usually only happens when I'm working, but now it happens in my free time as well. I guess yesterday I was getting a bit depressed. A long week. Last week we had a bank holiday on Monday, so we had a short week. But this week was long, man. So long. So glad it's over. And actually on Fridays I will have a bit more time to stream, a bit longer than usual. Ooh, this is nice, but I need to add some critical strike avoidance on it, and it only has 3 slots. Pretty nice. Intelligence, yeah, spell damage, and it is to add critical strike avoidance on it. Intelligence is tier 6. What does intelligence do again? Word retention, I think. Word retention, well, let's see now. Let's do a bit of Uber crafting. So let's check it out. Well, the endurance itself, maybe we can just... What other suffixes can we add? Resistances, I suppose. Ah, and critical strike avoidance as well. Let's see if I can free up with a Glyph of Despair, if I can free this up. Ah, perfect. So now let's see what happens if I take this off. resistance wise. Yeah, so I could do with a little more elemental resistance, or maybe not, because if I teleport I can max it out. So maybe let's try and avoid the elemental resistance altogether. Maybe add some poison resistance. Hey, get out of here. Yeah, waking up earlier and earlier, I see. Good for you, good for you. So maybe we increase the critical strike chance, even though I need spell critical strike chance, to be honest. Yeah, they look like those goat men from Diablo, right? The Wengari. I actually had a map spawn only with Wengari, so they were trying to emulate that only goat man maps from Diablo 2, and of course Path of Exile has that as well. So let's see now. Critical strike avoidance is what we need, what we want, first and foremost. And actually, let's see, 6% critical strike avoidance, I want to max it out. So I need 21% critical strike avoidance. Let's see if we're lucky enough to get that. Okay, nice. So we have 22% critical strike avoidance, and that's exactly what we need. Or not. 95%. We need 5% more. Okay, so we'll get to tier 5. Bam! There you go. I hope you choke on it. 99% critical strike avoidance. This is killing me. But it's okay, it's okay. Unless we're fighting Jura, I guess it's alright. Elemental resistance or poison resistance, I don't even know. Maybe I'll go for elemental resistance, to be honest. I think it's more important. So let's just add it. Upgrade. To forging potential, upgrade. Okay. Better than nothing. 10% elemental resistance. Yeah, it's pretty good, it's pretty good. So what do we get? Spell critical strike chance, 91%. You kidding me? Wow, okay, so it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I think it's better than this one. This one had increased spell damage. But yeah. Sad state of affairs. You know what? I'm actually going to get the other one that increases my lightning damage now that I have this little combination. So let me just get the other one with the increased lightning damage, because I think it's better now. And I have it somewhere here. I just know it. Ah, here it is. I actually had it on me. Sorry. We'll have to do that one again. How have you been? Common hours. How does it feel to be on Friday? I suppose you're not working weekends or anything like that, right? So I've avoided working weekends my entire life, and it's been working swell until now. Never had to work weekends myself. Hope I never will have to. And it's going to be a very hot weekend in Berlin. I don't know if in other areas of Germany as well we're going to have very high degrees. I know what 100 Fahrenheit in Celsius is, but we're going to have like 37 degrees Celsius, which for the Germans is something they never seen before. So it's a good time to stay in the shade, stay at home, have a cold drink, and not get out too much. I'm gonna leave my bike aside until the weather gets normal again, because I'm not gonna bike on 40 degrees Celsius. What am I, crazy? Actually should have started the Shaman and joined the tournament this weekend, since I'm going to be playing more. So this weekend's tournament is a shaman. Shamans are a primalist mastery and they rely on totems, spriggans and all that good stuff to help you out. So what Vision GL does, he organizes a tournament, a race, kind of, starting from Friday evening, Europe time I guess, and until Mondays, Tuesdays. And whoever gets the farthest kills tier 4 Jura or any of the dungeon bosses wins, I don't know, experience, glory, fame. Once I get more experience with the game, I will join myself. People can join both in softcore and hardcore. So no pressure over there. Usually Perry the Pig is playing hardcore and the other guys, Wizard IRL, are also playing softcore, which I think makes more sense when learning a new class at least. Of course, they know all the classes already. But yeah, looks like fun. Usually I don't play a lot on weekends, but if I'll get a chance sometime this summer, get some free, some days off, and I might join one of those tournaments at some point to race some other character and play a bit more on Fridays and Saturdays. Oh yeah, it's looking good, it's looking good. Siege golems, okay, let's do this. And if in Berlin there will be like 47 degrees Celsius, I guess in Bucharest, my hometown, let's say, capital of Romania, there will be like over 40 degrees, which is just insane. Berlin is a bit good like that because there's a lot of shade, a lot of vegetation. A third of the surface of the city is actually only parks and forests. Is very nice, but also they kind of build the buildings themselves far apart, wide apart, so that the wind coming from the Baltic Sea 200 kilometers to the north can circulate between the buildings. So it's actually a very interesting thing, because yeah, some people complain that Berlin gets a bit too windy, especially in the winter or the autumn. But during the summer, this is actually a very good idea to allow the wind to circulate, cool off the air a bit. How have you been, man? Come on, hours. Coffee ready? Ready for the final push before the weekend? This weekend I'm just gonna stay like a carrot in the sand, we would say in Romanian. Like a carrot in the sand. And do fuck all. I'm not going to do anything. Just sit back and relax and wait for the heat wave to pass away. So I guess this program does get what I'm saying, but I have to talk significantly slower, which I'm not sure is the best idea for a stream. But hey, it is what it is. Whoa, get out of here, man. Increased melee attack speed. You know what, I'm not even going to pick up everything that drops, even if it's something like a unique with legendary potential, or something actually good for my class. Hey, increased cast speed. Fire resistance, frailty on hit. Could be good. Oh no, it's all good. Got a whole weekend to relax, unwind, and regenerate. Recoup my forces a bit. Because, you know, before until 100 years ago, people were just working all the time, Saturdays and even Sundays, until they died, so no pension anyway. Not that our generation will have a pension anyway. Yeah. Funny stuff. I'll show myself up. The Fractal. Whatever. And we still have a patrolling golem around, so let's just go straight to that. Where is it? Where is it? Oh man. What a conundrum. Oh, dudes. Hey. You fucking kidding me? I do have 75% spell critical strike chance now. Should be enough. I shouldn't max out my spell critical strike chance to the detriment of lightning damage itself. I guess it's okay. Boom. Wow, so this guy gets around, doesn't he? He was on my side of the map, now he's going the other way. Man. I hate this Naga whatever stuff. It's full of them in the temple sanctuary, man. I just want to get to the boss and I have to fight them. And there's just so many of them. I guess this is the one, huh? Siege Golem. Yep. Ah. Yeah, but he does get around. He's not, you know, just patrolling a small area. He actually gets around. I'm actually curious. I guess these maps are pretty much all the same. I mean, they are the same every time. So I guess the golem is kind of programmed to patrol some specific areas, and how that works. Shed armor on hit. Whatever, man. Hit me with all the modifiers you have. Let's try and get to the boss. This is an arena actually. Okay, I don't see this arena in the last ruin. Do we have any altars, any shrines? I don't know why I always call them altars. Way too much being done, I guess. But I think Vision GL's tournament idea is a very good one. Keeps the game from getting stale, because they announce a class and certain skills you need to use in order to take part in that race or whatever, and basically makes you create a new class every week, which I guess is the most fun Last Epoch can offer right now. Does have an end game, and you can see me with only one character, one class, going for the end game, hunting for those Ravenous Void Gloves, rarest item in the game. Because yeah, that's my plan, and it's nice in games like this. Everybody can just do their own objectives, track their own targets, objectives they want to achieve. And this is mine. But I guess for most players, the most fun from Last Epoch comes from trying out new class. Maybe not every week, but every once in a while. Keeps the game from getting stale. This is a very good idea. Until we get some more content updates. I mean, since the chapter 9 and introducing the Temporal Sanctum, I guess the last content the latest content update in March, was it? This one with the Depths of Atora wasn't really exciting news. 2 more dungeons, and they're not easy, so not everybody can just go to Soulfire Bastion and the Lightless Arbor to do them. Not to mention you need lots of keys when the patch dropped. Keys were really hard to get because monolith bosses didn't drop keys. Now you can see at Elder Gaspar I always get keys. I just don't get what I need, and that is the gloves. But the dungeons seem a bit disjointed, so I don't know. I'll go do them more once I get those gloves, which will take a while still. So if the latest content update was in March, when do you think the next content update will drop? Probably September. My bet is on September. I think the same happened last year as well. I don't think over the summer we'll see much action content-wise. The game has enough content at least. Trying out a new tune, starting a new class. See how that pans out. Not sure I would play a Shaman Bow long term. They did release an interesting item of stuff, so the community item. And this stuff increases void damage, so there's a thing for fire mages to turn their damage, or part of their output damage, to void. And that stuff increases void damage, penetration, and whatever else. As like a unique item with stacks, pretty much like other unique items do. And each stack increases your void damage, void penetration, whatever. So I'm actually tempted at some point to start a mage again and just sorcerer and just do fire sorcerer. I'm not sure the frost sorcerers are that good in the game at times, but the thing with the sorcerer is that it's pretty much a finished class, yeah. Valid builds, diversity is pretty stable. It's not too overpowered, but also it's not totally useless, like the Spellblade is, in my opinion. So I don't even know. I'll have to see. September, so that's in 1, 2, 3 months. Wow. They were saying they're warming up to provide updates every 3-4 months because they're preparing for their cycle rotation schedule. But from March to September, that's 6 months. So yeah, I don't know. A bit too long if you ask me. And even if the game isn't released yet, it's getting closer. It's getting closer to the release date. And I think if 11 Power Games wants to catch up more attention from potential players, they should already add new and interesting stuff every 3 or 4 months. Because even this update in March, I mean, 2 dungeons, nobody really does a lot, let's say. Ooh, Devotion with legendary potential. This is like the amulet for Hammer Smite Paladins. It also has 1 legendary potential, so it's nice. Let's see what Devotion has. Increased cast speed with Smite for 2% missing mana. Adaptive spell damage with Smite. Endurance, healing effectiveness, increased lightning damage. Smite is lightning damage, and lightning penetration. Nice. Well, if things go this way, I might just play that hammer then after all. Let's put it safe aside. I think I already have Devotion. Yeah, I have it like a lot of times. So we'll just line them up here, rack them up, rack them up, rack them up. All the devotions that trapped already, because this is pretty good. This is pretty good. So one legendary potential, one legendary potential, and the other ones can just wait here. Fire resistance, lightning resistance. How are the rolls actually? Fire resistance 18 to 42%. Lightning resistance, so the maximum will be 42%. Very nice. I think this one has good traps. Endurance, yeah, 12%. This one, 15% endurance. Okay, let's keep it here. Lightning damage up to 90% increased lightning damage, but you already have this one with 80, 89. Wow. Okay. Lightning penetration, whatevs, 15%. So this is actually good until I can make these legendary. I can just wear this one, and yeah, I guess the other ones can just wait here. There we go. You never know when you're gonna get lucky, even if it's for another character, another build. It is what it is. It is what it is. I would play another game if I had any to play. Because I have them all, I mean, in my collection, but seriously, Path of Exile is too much for me. I don't have time for that. And Grim Dawn, I mean, it's not that interesting to watch. And there are some solid Grim Dawn streamers like Wreck by Protoss who has just been playing Grim Dawn since it came out in 2016, so yeah. I don't think that would bring much. And even in last epoch, considering this is my first endgame class, endgame build, whatever, then yeah, I still have a lot to do in this game. Raise some more classes. So maybe we'll go with the Paladin, because I have the Culnivar Scepter, so the weapon, and I have lots of devotions, as you've seen, 6 devotion amulet, and these are pretty much the must-haves for the Hammer Smite Paladin. And basically rotate the hammers around, and each hammer casts smite, auto casts smite on enemies. Little lightning bolts. Yeah, so we're listening to some happy EDM today. It's actually a station on Pretzel Rocks and it's called Happy EDM. And I thought, yeah, you know what? I'm quite sensitive to the music I'm listening to when I'm playing or whatever else I'm doing. I'm pretty sensitive to the music and it kind of affects my mood. So yesterday I was listening to some chill music and then we started with some trance. I woke up a little, but yesterday I was also kind of tired. I was like yawning like this on stream. It was crazy, but hey, I showed up, didn't I? Sorry, I wasn't much of an entertainer yesterday. But today it's totally different. Yep, cool stuff. What are our plans for the weekend, Kawanars? I'm going to sit around like a carrot in sand, my friend. Not gonna do anything. So what are you guys up to this lovely weekend? I live in Berlin, and in Berlin it's like, it's gonna be so hot. It was never hotter in Berlin than it will be in this weekend. 37 degrees Celsius. You heard that right. 37 degrees Celsius in Berlin, northern Germany. Crazy. I don't want to imagine how it is in Spain or Portugal right now. My friends, if you're from over there, keep me posted. It's probably 42 degrees, something like that. Lizard IRL is from Barcelona. I should ask him. I think he's online now, playing the tournament. Shaman tournament. Shaman this weekend. Some spring of form. I guess Shaman is all about totems. And I think the Primalist as a class is the only one that has all 3 masteries already. Primalist has what? Shaman, Druid, and what else? But I think it has all 3 of them. And then Mage doesn't have Rune Master. The Acolyte doesn't have the Warlock. The Rogue doesn't have the Falconeer. And is it called a Sentinel? So the melee class, that one has all 3 masteries, right? Paladin, Forge Guard, and Void Knight. I think the Primalist as well. So I guess in the end we're only missing 3 masteries out of the total of 15. So yeah, a lot of builds you can try out if you're getting bored with Last Epoch right now, because until the next content patch drops. That's good, just relax, go with the flow, not think about planning everything into minute detail. I think that's also important. That's what I'm going to do this weekend as well, just relax. Wait for the heat wave to pass. It's like the heat wave coming from Africa. When it's too hot, the heat wave comes from Africa, and when it's too cold, at least in Romania, they were saying that the cold waves came from Russia. So it was always someone else's fault. And when it snowed in Bucharest, streets were covered in snow, 20 centimeters, 30 centimeters, 40 centimeters. Cars, autos couldn't be, you couldn't drive your car anymore for that snow. And the authorities, and especially the politicians, were always surprised. Well, we didn't expect it to snow this winter. Well, dude, it's January, what did you expect? Did you expect it to snow in July? Why aren't you prepared for that? I'm not expecting the Germans to be as unprepared. They're over in Romania, but you never know. Surprises can always happen. I had a colleague from Russia at some point. He was living in St. Petersburg, and he actually told me in 2018 that in the summer of 2017 I had like a little dacha, so a summer home in Russia, and it actually snowed in June. Actually snowed in June over there, and no, it wasn't in Siberia or anything like that. Siberia, if anything, it's forests are burning over there now because it's too hot. It's just crazy. Snowing in June. Forest fires in Siberia. What else is next? 47 degrees Celsius in Berlin. Man. So slowly getting that stability. I think I shouldn't right-click the echoes anymore. I think I should actually check which map template we get when entering that echo. Because sometimes when we play more strategically and not just for fun in this meme monolith here, when we actually play in our monolith, in the last ruin monolith, we should plan our modifier strategically to increase the item rarity for Elder Gaspar. And sometimes We just get too many modifiers and we need to avoid arenas like the plague. But here it's just like common hours is we can here in this monolith we just go wherever the winds take us. Was it like this? Where the days take you. Yeah, so the winds take. Cool. How's the weather over there? Is it as hot as it will be in Berlin? It's pretty hot right now actually. I turned up the cooler for my gaming system up to maximum so it doesn't overheat. So I guess Portland and Seattle are safer, which is not to be expected from LA, that's for sure. I actually want to see something here. Let me just convert 60 Fahrenheit to Celsius. Wow, 15 degrees Celsius. That's like what we had in May here. But what about 37 Celsius to Fahrenheit? It's over 100, I guess. Almost a nice even 100, we can say. So we'll have a nice even 100 Fahrenheit in Berlin this weekend, which is crazy, just unheard of. 60 Fahrenheit is what we had in May, which was a bit cold for the month of May, but it was preferable to this. And I even have some lights in my studio here. I have a little studio setup, let's say, but these lights are pretty good, so I actually don't get scorched by them. It's some pretty quality stuff. But also mostly noiseless. But now that I have my microphone filter set up, I guess I can even start a fan or something like that, and you wouldn't hear it. Well, you would hear it when I speak though, so that's an issue. But we'll see. Because air conditioning in Berlin, you've gotta be crazy. They have absolutely no air conditioning in Berlin. Sure, they have it in offices and stuff, but like where people are living, nothing, no air conditioning. I don't know if it's something about, I don't know, ecology related, saving the planet, or just they didn't think about it. But actually, I remember from Bucharest, everybody had air conditioning there, everybody. And you could see when people were like setting the air conditioning machine to, I don't know, 20 degrees Celsius, 18 degrees Celsius, I don't know, 60 Fahrenheit in summer, just so it gets cooler faster. Of course, that air conditioning machine just spews all the hot air, and it heats itself also. It spews all that hot air into the atmosphere, and then on the streets it was so hot, and you could see all the air conditioning machines just working, spewing heat waves after heat wave on the street. Because those people don't know how to use an air conditioning machine. I mean, seriously, you don't set an air conditioning machine to like 60 Fahrenheit degrees when it's over 100 outside. Just going to get overheated. And that hot air has to go somewhere. It doesn't just disappear. Don't worry about it. We have tools to convert the imperial system to the metric system and vice versa. So yeah, nowadays it's okay. The problem with the Fahrenheit scale, and something I never can wrap my head around of, is that the Fahrenheit scale is a exponential scale, if you know what I mean. So it's not the 1-to-1 relationship with the Celsius scale, which is a linear scale, because Celsius is 30 Celsius plus 1, 32 Celsius, kind of boring. But the Fahrenheit is like 40 Celsius is, I don't know, let's just say it's 80 Fahrenheit, I don't know. But then 31 Celsius is like 87 Fahrenheit, I'm just saying. So I can't really remember for all possible temperatures between, I don't know, minus 15 Celsius to 40 plus Celsius, what their correspondent in Fahrenheit is. And of course we don't use it over here, so you know, unless you're in the UK, but the UK is not in Europe anymore, right? I have a couple of friends in the UK. The one I'm going to the wedding to, but that guy is just relaxed. He lives around Manchester, doesn't care. But I have a guy actually living in London, in the center of it all, and he was so upset when people voted for leave. Well, what can I say? Sorry, bro. Come to Germany if you wish. But then he would need to learn the language eventually, and I just don't see him do that. I was just lucky to learn German as a kid already. So I just kind of feel like home here in Germany. I don't look like a German, but here in Berlin people are just used to foreigners, so they don't care. I think in the apartment building I'm living in, at least half of them are foreigners, so, and many of them don't even speak German. Nobody cares. If they pay their rent on time, they are human, 2 legs, 2 feet, we're all the same in the end. But if you get like southern Germany, you go to Bavaria, and the farther you get away from Berlin and big cities, just go a village or some other smaller city, only Germans there, they look at you very funny. Especially like, you see how I look, yeah? When I was going to Italy on vacation in Rome, people were just asking me on the street, dove sei la, I don't know, donut shop, whatever. And also they were asking me in Italian, because they were thinking I'm Italian. But that was before I wore a beard, so that was when I was shaving. Now in Berlin, a couple of guys from Turkey asked me if I'm from Turkey, just because I wear this little beard. But when I was shaving, people in Rome were asking me how they can get to Fontana di Trevi. I actually did a bit of Italian courses on my own, like 10 years ago. I did 2 semesters, but I was kind of skipping classes, to be honest. I didn't learn a lot of it. But the Romanian language is, I would say, pretty similar to Italian. There are a lot of Romanian expats or just, you know, simply immigrants going to either Spain or Italy. Well, this is a bit better, 58% instead of 53%, 5% better. Huh? Could be better, could be worse. So let's get this one. The common hours, I'm sure you're not a typical American. I don't think typical Americans watch this channel or Twitch at all. I guess they watch their on televisions and read the Breitbart or whatever that site is called. Don't want to get into politics. I'd actually write a couple of rules for the channel. Of course, we won't get into any racial remarks and probably won't discuss religion, and try to stay away from politics as much as possible, because as a teacher of mine used to say, he said, I don't discuss religion, politics, and football, or soccer for Americans, because nobody wins in arguments about religion, politics, or football, soccer for Americans. So yeah, Wow, so this program actually wrote sucker correctly and didn't write sucker. 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 Sucker, like, you know, the word sucker. Okay, so I'm tricking it now. Good, so let's actually replace it with this one and get on with our lives. Try some more today and see what other, if we can get better blessings than this. But you can see now the blue line is a bit farther to the left. And yeah, the maximum we can get is 75%. Would be even nicer. This one with the unique drop rate is great. So perfect roll, 22% is the maximum roll, I guess. Yeah, see the range here actually. You can see the range with the alt key. But this has a very wide range from 35% to 75%, so anything can rough. It's a bit much. It's a bit much if you ask me. This one of the critical strike avoidance, see, it's a range of only 20% here. But in this case, it's a range of 40%, so I don't know what we are thinking. How is the happy EDM music? Do you want me to change it? Sounds kind of wacky to me, like a cartoon. But I don't mind it, so actually I'm quite influenced by the music I listen to. And this is why I try to put on something more energetic, something with a bit more because if I listen to like chill out music, stuff like that, but surprisingly enough, today I'm less tired than I was yesterday. I guess it was a bit more relaxed day. Because I can tell you guys, if it's over 30 degrees Celsius in Germany, nobody does anything because, as I told you, no AC. And Germans really aren't used to extreme warmth. So everything above 40 degrees Celsius, everything just slows down, and that's it. Do excuse me for a moment. I need to check something out here. Just a second, because I am disclosing, let's say, my internal Teams chat for work on my other computer. Because it's weekend. It's not only Feierabend, it's Wochenende. It's weekend. So goodbye, my friends, from work until Monday. Oh, and please remember to check out the stream schedule regularly, because when I cancel a stream, it will show up there as canceled. Because in 2 weeks from now, Thursday and Friday, I won't be able to stream. So that's the 30th of June and the 1st of July. The stream will be cancelled only for those days, because I'll be physically away from my computer. Usually work from home, but on those 2 days we actually have, I don't know, some team event. They call it a workshop, but I guess everybody's just going to drink each other under the table and do some socializing, meet some new colleagues, because starting this autumn I might start on a new project with some other colleagues. So yeah, do a bit of networking in real life, in person. Kind of scary when you're working from home all the time. You have to interact with so many people in person. Just kidding. If you think I'm sociable on stream, wait till you meet me in real life. But I guess 2 years of pandemic and lockdowns have affected a lot of us, especially the more extroverted one of us, who live off other people, live off social interaction. We crave to interact with other people, and I guess we were going crazy in house. So for extroverted people, which are 75% of the population, really, the recommendation was to get a dog or something like a pet. During the pandemic, the pet sales just skyrocketed. Everybody was buying pets. But a bit of sadder news came sometime afterwards, because a lot of people were abandoning the pets they bought during the pandemic. They were abandoning them to shelters, stuff like that, which is just something I do not get. A pet is a life commitment, so it's like, you know, a member of the family. You don't just get it for kicks, for fun. It attaches itself to you as well, than just abandon it at the shelter or on the street. Heartless people, my friends. I think I was always socially challenged. When I do a Myers-Briggs test, do you know this kind of tests? Myers-Briggs? They basically have the result has 4 sections: how introverted or extroverted you are, if you are more of an intuitive type of person, so person who thinks in abstract terms, thinks about the future, the present, the past, whatever, weighs options in, that's intuitive. Or sensing is someone who lives more in the present and is more aware of his or her surroundings. So that's introverted, extroverted, intuitive, sensing. Then it's thinking or feeling. So it's T for thinking or F for feeling. So you're either more towards a very empathical person, not empathical, empathy, someone with a lot of empathy, that's feeling. Or more analytical, like thinking about cold hard numbers and all that stuff. And the last one is either perceiving or judging, and that's a bit more complex. It's about how you take decisions, let's say. So perceiving is someone who just weighs in the possibilities, thinks more about the future maybe, and takes decision based on a bit more, I would say, impulse or a feeling about it, you know, a feeling about what might be good, and not analyzing how to take a decision or the other too much. And the other one is judging, so the opposite, which is someone who only makes decisions after a lot of analysis, Excel spreadsheets, you know, the type. And getting back to introverted versus extroverted, whenever I do that test, which is not really, Myers-Briggs is not really accurate about how the others perceive you. It's more like how you see yourself. Basically, that's the biggest flaw of Myers-Briggs tests, even though they are used at a large scale, also for companies, also for hiring, job matching, and all that stuff, is that the result is how you perceive yourself more than how others perceive you. But when I do the introverted versus extroverted part, I'm always like in the middle, but a bit skewing like an idea to introverted. So I'm not really extroverted. I would say I'm more introverted person myself, because large social events tire me. So I just come home with no energy at all, and I'm like the kind of guy, you know, just leave me alone for an hour, let me read a book, smoke a cigarette, whatever, have a drink, and we'll talk later. So that's those are the traits of an introvert, that's for sure, because extroverts fill up with energy whenever they interact with other people. Like energetic vampires, more like it. Increased damage over time for minions. Who the hell has minions with damage over time? I guess the shaman, actually. I have my date of quitting smoking all planned out, and it's going to be end of July, beginning of August. First week of August, by the way, I won't stream. I'll be away to wedding adventures in the UK. And yeah, that's when I'll start actually. So end of July, yeah, I'll have a 2-week vacation. I'll take a break, and yeah, because it's time, my friends. Man, I had my first real vacation. When did I have it? In May, for 1.5 weeks. After the last vacation I took was in Romania in March 2021. So from March 2021 until May 2022, I worked non-stop. And yeah, I took a 1.5 week vacation because we were moving to the place I'm living in now, and will be for the next 3 years, hopefully. So it was really a working vacation. It wasn't about relaxing and stuff. But man, that one in August, you serious? I'm going to relax. And yeah, I don't think I'll have a lot to do at that wedding. I have to ask my friend, but I guess he has his groomsmen to plan everything out. I'll just yeah, I'll just be around, hold the rings or whatever a best man needs to do at the wedding in UK. If everybody knows, if anybody knows, just let me know, so I can just relax over there as well. And maybe a bit cooler weather than in Berlin. I have a colleague, a German colleague, who said he's going to London this weekend actually, and he said the weather forecast is pretty favorable. He comes from Hamburg, right? So Hamburg is a port city in northern Germany. It's always raining there. It's always windy there. It's like worst weather in Germany, right? And he said it's going to rain this weekend, or a bit overcast, not going to rain too much. And for him, that's the perfect weather because he was born and raised in Hamburg. So that's the weather he likes. I don't know which weather I prefer more, but I've known people, and also at work, people who prefer rainy weather. I don't like rainy weather just because I feel drained. It's like the music I'm listening to is also the weather outside. When I see it's raining, stuff like that, I just want to go to sleep. But hey, some people prefer rainy weather. It is what it is. I know that ants, for example, the insect ants work better when it's rainy outside, and when it's sunny they don't do anything, they don't have any energy. So it's a bit of the opposite like with humans, but of course we're warm-blooded, and we like the sun, so we're more energetic when it's sunny outside. Yeah, some people are just different. Just different, I guess. So my friends, I'm going to take a 10-minute break, as I usually do, especially when I'm streaming longer. So you've seen during the week, 1.5 hours, I don't take any breaks. But today, yeah, maybe I'll stream for 3 hours. Who knows? Who knows, actually? It's a mystery. It's an enigma. It's a mystery wrapped in an enigma. But anyway, so the subtitles wrote enema instead of enigma, but then it corrected itself. Nice. The mystery wrapped in an enema. So I'll come back in 10 minutes. Suggest you do the same, and I'll see you when I get back. Break time. All right. Who's up for more? I know I am. So let's see what's next. 60% endurance, really? Well, just have to take it. 60% endurance, but I don't know what their endurance threshold is. It's an arena? No, it's not. I don't know what their endurance threshold is, after which the endurance of 60% kicks in. I guess I should just blow them with static orb as much as I can. Because lightning blast does a more gradual damage, right? It's actually awkward to start the stream with my microphone muted. That never happened before. Sorry about that, but sometimes happens, sometimes does. Hopefully never again. Body armor, Titan heart, have it. Thanks. Moving on. Power lives. What do we see here? Kill the wild gate. Okay, we can do that. So at least a 5% improvement to the blessing. I think I've already seen both on screen and off screen like 4 blessings like this, but because the range is between 35 and 75%, I've only seen lower than 52%. The one that I got, I've seen like I've even seen a 45% one. Increased glove drop rate, right? So yeah. So I've seen a lot of people trying to stream Last Epoch here on Twitch these weeks since I've started streaming. Just coming and going. Of course, they probably stream other games. It's because they've sensed, like, you know, an opportunity to stream something that not a lot of people are streaming right now. But then again, viewer interest is also pretty low, so it's not the best bet if you just want to stream something to get viewers. I stream it because I like the game and yeah, waiting for the next content update. I've seen a lot of people just coming around, sniffing around a bit, see how what the deal was, and then just going away. Yeah, as I said, I think it would really help EHG to raise the interest for this game by adding some more content, and I don't mean more dungeons. I'm sure that when multiplayer hits, interest will skyrocket again. Hopefully the multiplayer doesn't suck right off. That's why we're testing it in a kind of closed environment right now, not making it public, which is very good. Because otherwise people just come and go again. Come back at the next content update. And I'm not expecting to meaty content updates anymore, because they kind of said, yeah, this is the end game. This is what we're gonna go with at launch. Maybe, I don't know, integrate the dungeons more into the end game, because right now they feel kind of disconnected. And what we're gonna focus now is the feel and look of the combat, of course, performance, with better animations, better looking abilities for the classes. They didn't say anything about the missing 3 masteries, so we can assume the game will go live with 12 masteries out of the 15 that are planned. So I hope at least that the multiplayer is good. We just have to wait and see, but until September it's a long wait. Playing some other classes from the beginning. In my case, I've got my work cut out for me because I want to get the Ravenous Void Gloves and then actually do those dungeons properly. Because when we launched, I had like level 45 druid, which I kind of built myself without any inspiration, let's say. This kind of sucked. It was a werebear druid based on attack rate, yeah, attack speed, and critical strike chance. Just doing lots of crits with swipe or whatever else I put on it. Yeah, that was about it. I started this character in April, I think? I don't even remember. And yeah, I bought the game in March 2021. That's when we had the chapter 8. So not in 2020. I don't even remember anymore because of the pandemic. Like the 2 years of the pandemic just went past like this. Whoosh, like 2020, 2021, what did you do these years? I don't even know. I don't remember. So yeah, I bought the game in March 2021 and kind of fell in love with the sorcerer here because it's what I like to play. Don't be surprised if one of my next classes, next character will also be a sorcerer, a fire one or a frost one. I probably will go with the hammered in since we have the gear for him, no problem. See what other classes we enjoy. Because if you really like playing ranged and playing the caster type classes, then the sorcerer is the one for you. And this is what I play in like all games, ARPG, second slash, and everything else. I'm not really interested in shamans, forge guards, spell blades, or whatever else they're putting on the tournament there. But just for fun, just to see how far you can get in the race, yeah, I guess that's also something to consider. Ooh, lots of scarabs. Charge the beacon. Oh no. So they have beacons here as well. I thought they only had them in the last stream. I don't even remember. Sure, I did all the monoliths. Like the normal ones. Progress. Although you don't need to do all the monoliths to progress to empower. You just need to do the last 3, which are level 90 normally, I think. Something like this. But the last ruin and the other 2, which I'm not gonna name because I'm not sure how they're named, but the top 3, those are the ones you need to do. You can just skip the others. Increased elemental damage. Interesting. Increased necrotic damage. What the hell? Increased necrotic damage. Endurance. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Ah, this one increases my movement speed. This one just adds some extra elemental resistance. I don't need it. Don't need it. Okay. Calamity, fire damage. Nice. Even on 350 corruption, this is pretty easy. Just because my character is very well geared, but it took a long while to get to this. Normally when you're playing like a cycle or a season, probably don't have all the time in the world. Just get everything you need. Just go with what drops. I'm actually wondering how they'll implement trade in the game. Not sure if we're going to go with the bazaar or something else. Otherwise, just going to be a solo single found and that's it. Be a shame. Sure, small indie developer. It was kind of a meme. Actually, the small indie developer when New World launched. I played that game. And we killed. Pretty fun. Did some YouTube videos on the battles and for the forts, the PvP, large scale PvP, pretty nice. But the game was, probably still is. I don't play it anymore. Obviously, riddled with bugs. And people are always joking like, "Ah, Amazon Games, a small indie studio. I have the money to fix all the bugs in the world." And when you see a game like this, Last Epoch, which is pretty well thought out from the start, not a lot of bugs, rerolls, rewards. I'm just gonna keep it, and I'm just going to explore the monolith more. I can actually expand this web a lot. I can just expand this web a lot, go towards the edge, and you can see where the edge is because it's going to be full of ore abyss nodes. So I don't even need to reset the web right now. And yeah, I'm not hunting for rewards. I guess in cycles, if you're so the seasons, they call them cycles in this game. You're going to, if you want to farm for gear, and you're playing solo single file, well, there is no training option in the game, which would really surprise me. But if you're playing solo single file, you're going to do a lot of echoes to get what you need. Get the items you need, because there are a lot of echoes with specific rewards, so you can see exalted or unique items for a specific slot, and that's what you're going to do. I actually watched a video on YouTube from, you know him probably, the streamer Path of Math. He streams Path of Exa, but he did a small video, probably sponsored, on Last Epoch. And that's what he said as well when it comes to farming nodes efficiently, setting up the web efficiently, farm items. Now, I've only farmed monoliths for like the boss, especially the last ruin for Elder Gaspar, because I need a specific drop from that boss and I can't really get it otherwise. I can farm another monolith for it, rewards like unique gloves, but the chances for that are, I quote, extremely rare. This is what Last Epoch tools tell me. So it's a very rare drop, again I quote, from Elder Gaspar directly, but an extremely rare chance for it to drop from the unique gloves reward echoes. So it's actually not worth it to do it like this, but just farm Elder Gaspar. And in this evening we're still doing the Stolen Lance and try to improve this blessing from 58. I got it improved with 5% than what I had previously, so 58%. Maybe we get something higher, 65%, 75% would be nice. So yeah, why not? And starting with tomorrow, we're going to get back to Elder Gaspar. We have Elder Gaspar at about, we have him at exactly 93 kills. I don't think it's 94, 93 kills. No Ravenous Void gloves drop yet. And yeah, we're gonna continue doing that. 557 corruption. Pretty crazy. But that's what we need to increase the item rarity. But for now, just a chill evening doing the Stolen Lance monolith to improve that blessing from the monolith boss. And since it's Friday, I'm going to be online a bit longer than usual. And it might become a habit on Fridays evenings to do a longer stream. We'll just have to see. Not promising anything, not updating the schedule yet. Especially since 2 weeks from now, on Thursday and Friday, the stream will not take place because I'll be away from my computer, let's say. But after that, I should have a clear idea if I want to do any changes for the schedule for July. We're still in our first month of, let's say, streaming. Lots of changes on the stream, lots of changes on how the stream looks and feels. And just let me know if you have any improvement ideas, guys. But for now, I think it looks decent enough and minimalistic enough to, you know, not have the overlay intrude too much on our game itself. So that's pretty good. At least I'm happy with it, so yeah. When I rewatch one of my streams, I'm happy with how it looks. And we also have these funny little closed captions. So like, we're kind of goofy, right? But yeah, they can add to the fun factor at least. Not sure that if you're watching the stream and it's, I don't know, muted, something like that, you can actually understand what I'm saying from the subtitles themselves. It's a bit more entertainment value, I guess. So don't quote me on anything the closed captions say on this stream, okay? I don't know, this music, it's happy EDM, but I know it sounds like kind of some Zelda or Mario or something like that. Like some J-pop or K-pop. Just like some, not play some. Jesus. No, I'm not gonna play K-pop. I don't think Pretzel Rocks even has that on their stations. They should, I guess. They're pretty popular genre, but hey, maybe they have it unlocked in for Asian subscribers, for subscribers from Asia. But here in Europe, I don't see any K-pop. Yeah, there are some albums actually. K-pop Volume 1, K-pop Volume 2. I don't know if I'm going to dare and play that right now. But yeah, there are some options. They're not stations, but they also have albums. Do I have this one? Physical damage, physical damage, physical damage. Less bonus damage taken from critical strikes. You cannot avoid critical strikes by 70% less bonus damage. Wow. I don't think I have this one. Actually. I'll just throw this away. What? Why am I even keeping exalted weapons? Maybe the shield, but other than that, I think we're good. Thank you. Also, this idol, I don't need it. Let's get the experience. Maybe we'll get to level 102. And since these two at least take up a lot of space in the inventory, let's see if we can fit them somewhere else in the stash. And this add right here. And why am I keeping these? I don't know. Physical resistance, increased movement speed. Okay. And these clouds with the increased cast speed. Not sure yet which class needs increased cast speed, but we'll figure it out. So let's put this one here. I have this ring many times over, but since rings only take up one slot in the inventory. I guess it can't hurt, right? Just wreck him. I'm just wrecking them up. Amulets also go in the ring slot for me. Oh yeah, and keys. I have lots and lots of keys. I'm not doing dungeons and arenas until I'm getting the Ravenous Void. It's a promise I made to myself and to you guys. Even if I bore you to death, it's Ravenous Void or bust. 74% increased health, really? Increased damage. Increased damage. This one? Yeah, we're just going to go with the extra health. And not go down the rabbit hole of extra damage, because that's just insane. It's a dangerous path to take, the increased damage modifiers. I can tell you from experience, if you've seen my Lost Ruin streams, you know what I'm talking about. So I'd rather they have a bit more health, they're a bit more slower, but I'm staying alive. Because to be honest, in RPGs, if you die all the time, you're not dealing. Even if you're dealing a lot of burst damage, if you die all the time, you are least efficient than if you do less damage, but you actually are there all the time to do damage. Because all the time when you're alive, you are doing damage, right? So it's more efficient that way. You also think about your survivability. That's why I know games like this, it's kind of mandatory to cap your experience, your resistances, excuse me. But to be honest, in Last Epoch, resistances don't matter all that much. I have 11% poison resistance, I don't even care. Necrotic resistance 40%, I don't even care. But then again, I do not do, at this point in time, lots of monoliths with, which would require necrotic resistance. I don't think it matters much in this game. There are modifiers for the mobs in Echoes to increase the increases their resistance or the mob's resistance by 45%. I even had 2 of them stacked, so they had 90% to all resistances, yeah, according to my lightning damage. Nothing happened, so they still died, no problem. I don't think resistances amount for much in this game, so don't be afraid to risk it a bit. What you need to cap is the critical strike avoidance, and if you're a melee class especially, you would go the endurance route. Armor is also important, reduces damage by a lot, and endurance, raising the endurance threshold a bit, maybe to 500, 800, I don't know what a good number would be for the endurance threshold. And then just increase the endurance, which reduces all damage taken. It's even better than armor, right? Because armor mitigates physical damage, but magical damage only 70% of it. So it's a bit gimped against magical damage, the armor. But endurance just reduces all damage. After your health drops under a certain endurance threshold, and then you're kind of playing the risky game of always being at 500, 400 health, and if you get one-shotted, who knows, you might even die. Interesting systems. They thought about a lot of stuff for this game. It's well set system-wise, and skill-wise, and skill tree-wise for release. But we are missing the multiplayer the developers promised, so I guess with the next content update it would be nice to see some progress being made with the multiplayer and actually seeing it released until the end of the year. Because content wise there's not much else we can add right now. We still, so 3 chapters are still missing from the main campaign. We're at 9 chapters out of 12 right now. But yeah, another chapter, maybe not very interesting right now. Another class, I kind of doubt it because I don't think they're working on the unreleased masteries just yet. So we would hope that the next content update would actually be the multiplayer. Have it tested and stress tested by the community by the end of the year. Have it in good shape, and yeah, it would be great. Even with the missing masteries, even with the incomplete campaign, with working multiplayer, both technically and from a design view, from a design view and technical, when the game would be ready for release, in my opinion. And if they also work as they promised on the combat look and feel, animations and all that stuff, yeah, it should be in a pretty good place for release. Because yeah, last Epoch release date is like 2022 is what they said last year. It was considered for release in 2021, but in the end the developer said now we're gonna wait another year, so it's gonna come out in 2022. And the multiplayer actually gets released in September to the community because, of course, the game has multiplayer for closed beta testers, developers, family and friends, and also the community testers. Once we release it to the public, though, we'll see how much the infrastructure itself holds. And it will also probably draw in a lot of new players, which is good. Stress testing the servers with maximum load, let's say. And yeah, if that works and they actually release it or get 1.0 until the end of the year, which I really doubt. I would rather say spring 2023. But if they do actually manage to pull it off, we can just add the other chapters and the classes later on. It's no biggie. I remember when Path of Exile launched, it only had 3 acts. So it'd go until Brutus or whatever his name is. So kill Piety and then kill Brutus. I think that was the entire campaign. And then we just go and do maps. And now the game has what, 10 separate acts. Path of Exile, I mean. So it's no biggie to extend the campaign. I think the campaign with 9 chapters, you can finish it at level 55. Maybe a bit earlier, but I think it's set to be finished at level 55. And that's more than enough to then start leveling up in the monoliths, so the map system for this game. And missing masteries, well, there's always going to be something missing, but hopefully they'll be added later on. So the more I think about it, I think spring 2023 or even summer 2023 would be a more realistic release date for the game. But then again, it all depends on when Diablo 4 will come out. Lots of people will play that, that's for sure. Even I'm going to play Diablo 4, so yeah. We'll have to see what the future will bring us. So actually I can get out of here, that's enough, right? Whenever I see the tooltip for unique class, I'm just thinking, what could it be? The Ravenous Void, even if it's not Elder Gaspar. Of course it isn't. I think they only drop in another monolith than this one, that's for sure. And only from unique glove rewards. So yeah. Yeah, so actually we are at the edge of the map now. High speed and crit chance. Well, whatever, I have 99% crit strike avoidance now. So they can have as high a crit chance rate they want. Doesn't matter. Burning Harbor, yeah, I remember this one. All the maps are also from the campaign, right? It's like in of Vexar. Wow, okay. Ascendant Ember Mage. Cast Meteorite. Okay, have to keep an eye out for those guys. They just like to spam Meteorite. And still better mana management than Last Ruin, but Last Ruin is of course more than 200 extra corruption from what we're playing here. This is 350 or 348, and Last Ruin we have 557%, which only the base modifier for 557 corruption means plus 250% health and damage. Yeah. Was the base one here 168% more health and damage, so it's still better. Well, these beetles do cross damage, right? I'm keeping an eye out for potential poison damage enemies because my resistance for poison is 11%. It is what it is. But thankfully there are not that many poison enemies in the game. And this one actually has some poison enemies from the 9th chapter, so some desert dunes guys who shoot poison at you. But those don't seem to hurt me a lot, even if on 11% poison resistance, it doesn't even matter because resistances don't matter that much in this game. Seriously, so don't try to cap it all at once because you're going to lose damage or HP or armor or endurance, other good stuff. Only stacking up on resistances won't help your survivability in the long run if you don't take care about armor, endurance. Critical strike avoidance, very important, especially at bosses like Jura or oral-based bosses. Acolyte body armor with armor. I wouldn't expect the Acolyte to be big on armor, and I suppose how much armor the Acolyte wears doesn't get shared with the minions or anything like that. Well, out of mana. Too many static corps shot at once. Friday evening, usually go biking on Friday evening, but at night. And I got to see a big part of Berlin that way. Sometimes I go to a club. I don't go to the club, I just bike past it. It's on the eastern side of Berlin. It's called Kit Kat, like the chocolate bar. And it's kind of famous, even worldwide. You have to wear like, I don't know, BDSM leather type of things for them to let you in. Or you have to come with your costume in a bag, let's say. There's always a large line of people when I go over there, like 11, 12 a.m., 11 p.m., 12 a.m. A large line of people just waiting to get in. I never went myself. It was funny because some months ago the Tesla factory near Berlin opened. So Elon Musk invested in the area around Berlin, in Brandenburg, to have what he's calling a gigafactory, Tesla factory for specific models. And of course he came when the plant was opened, and yeah, sure, Olaf Scholz, the chancellor, German chancellor, came as well. Big event. And then Elon Musk was tweeting like, I don't know, they didn't let him in Berghain. It's another kind of famous club here in Berlin, because what they did from a marketing standpoint, you can say, is that there's always a big line in front of it, because the people at the entrance, so the bouncers, never let you in to Berghain, or they just refuse you, but they don't tell you why. So there's kind of this mystery going, and there are even YouTube videos and guides what you need to do to get into Berghain. So whatever it is that you need to do, Elon Musk didn't do it, so they didn't let him in. And then he was like writing on Twitter that he doesn't go to Berghain anyway and whatever when going to Berlin. But people kind of like to stay in lines here. This is what I've noticed. Tourists and locals alike. There's like this famous veggie falafel stand. It's like a small stand, like two people man it. Two people in it. And there's always a 2 hours line over there. And I'm sure it's not like the best veggie falafel or whatever in the entire Berlin, but people just like to stay in line. I guess it's a form of socializing, stuff like that. And you see like young people, you know, just standing in lines for veggie falafel. You get into clubs and all that, or you're not even getting into clubs, you're going to Berghain, you're just standing in line to be sent home. They're gonna tell you, sorry man, we can't let you in, but they don't tell you why, so you can just assume you're not cool enough for Berghain, right? So we're done with the objective, and I don't even know what I am still looking for here. Stability is full. Yeah, so sure, why not? Let's try this K-pop album, K-pop Volume 1. Something went wrong. Couldn't find any songs to play. Try adjusting your filters. Another station. Oh, so they removed the K-pop, I guess. Wow. So that's so bad. Soaring K-pop. K-pop? Optimistic K-pop. Yeah, okay, let's try this one. It says it's K-pop, but I don't know if it really is. Remember, this is royalty-free music, guys, so we can just play anything we put our hands on. Wow, increased spell damage, critical strike multiplier, increased minion spell damage. I guess if you get mages as an acolyte, because I understand that as a necromancer, let's say skeleton army necromancer, you don't get the skeletal mages by default. You need to put your points in the skill tree for race skeletons. You only get like melee and archers on the start. You can also put points to get some like rogue skeletons, so like some ninja skeletons, shurikens, stuff like that. So yeah, necromancer is probably also something I'll be interested in playing. So yeah, actually a lot to do in this game. It's not that bad. Wow, so a lot of stability already. Let's do the boss once. And see what happens. Maybe we get a better blessing. 75% one. Increased cloud dropping chance. This doesn't sound like cake pop at all. I think I got it. Oh well. We should ask Pretzel Rocks to add more K-pop to their selection. But actually, they claim on their website, Pretzel Rocks, that they have over 400,000 songs, which is quite impressive. Sure, YouTube Music has 200 million songs, and Amazon Music has 100 million songs. That's to be expected. It's copyright music, so you know, it's not meant to be played on streams. Pretzel Rocks focuses on royalty-free music, DMCA-free music for Twitch, playing streams on Twitch. I still get burned because I multi-stream. I still get burned on YouTube and on Facebook Gaming. But even if you post copyrighted music and you're like a small content creator, they actually say in the tooltip over there that doesn't mean you get a copyright strike. They don't ban your account. You just get a copyright claim automatically when they scan your video. Claim you can also reject and say that ask for an actual human to check that for you. But yeah, but it doesn't take your channel down or anything like that. It's just a copyright claim, which means you cannot monetize the video. So, but in order to start monetizing from YouTube, and I think this is from 2018 already, I don't even remember when they changed it, because originally you could monetize your videos from the start, or maybe, I don't know, get 100 subscribers and then you can monetize your videos, no problem. Monetizing meaning that YouTube can play ads on your videos and you get revenue share out of that. But starting in 2018, I think it was, or 2019, they added some conditions, some restrictions for you to monetize your videos, and it's now at reaching 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, which actually means you have some relevant content and not the crap I'm sharing over there. And 4,000 watch hours in the past year, and I'm at like 600 hours over the past years watched, and 82 subscribers. So I'm a long way from getting that channel monetized, so I don't really care, as long as they say they are not giving copyright strikes for that. I can post the streams entirely, even if I get that copyright claim on them. However, on Twitch, if you stream what they consider to be copyrighted music, you can get copyright strikes and get your account eventually banned. I don't really do that to small creators, but you never know. It's better to be safe, and Pretzel Rocks claims to be safe for Twitch. That's what they say. But if they don't have K-pop, I don't know, man. I don't know. What is the world coming to? Yeah, so he actually killed me once, so let me focus a bit, because this is highly curious. Sure, I'm just fighting this guy without paying any attention. And actually it says rare enemies have high speed and quick chance until approached. 74% increased health. That applies to the boss as well. and chance to dodge. A lot of health, and I think that high crit chance killed me at some point. I have to be careful a bit because I don't really know these mobs. I don't really know this boss. As I know my friend Elder Gaspar, of course. But you guys can let me know if that's what K-pop actually sounds like. Because I wouldn't know. Any rare? Here's a rare mob. And I have to approach it. Another one here. But maybe you can approach them first, and then if you run away from them, do they still have high crit chance? That is the question. Yeah, so this in-between phase is what annoys me the most. When he summons the mobs, and those mobs aren't that easy to kill. Rare mobs, mobs with lots of abilities. So we're just wasting time here. Just give me the blessing and let's part ways. I'll let you keep the lance. So this boss really has a lot of abilities. So, and bosses in Last Epoch are hard. They're not easy to kill. Don't look at my character, which is quite well geared, I would say. And I don't think they're very friendly. The bosses aren't very friendly for melee characters. That's another thing to consider if you're starting out Last Epoch. I would recommend starting a ranged character first, caster or marksman. Yeah, so we're just left with this one. Keep current. And we're gonna continue and do the this monolith tonight. Is this any good? Wings of Argentus. Melee fire damage, melee cold damage. Whoever needs that. I'm just gonna take it for my connection. For my collection. Yeah, we didn't get this specific blessing. Rip off the lance, we didn't get it this time. That's no problem. It's just a chill evening. I don't care. The stakes aren't high. 58% increased glove drop chance is good enough for me. So you can just relax some more in this monolith and go back to Last Ruin tomorrow. I'm going to do this echo and then I'm going to take my hourly break because my back is killing me, guys. So when you reach my age, don't do the mistakes I did and try to stand up every once in a while. I do have actually a stand-up desk, the one I'm playing at, but if I raise the desk to actually stand up at it, then the green screen would cut off and it wouldn't look nice. That's the problem. So I'm actually thinking of a solution to raise the green screen somehow so that I can also raise the desk to stand up at it when I'm streaming, especially when I'm doing the longer streams or normal length streams, I guess, because 3 hours is just a normal length stream. But I can only do them on Saturdays and hopefully on Fridays, but we'll see. I cannot promise anything yet. This is like a pilot. I think last Friday I also played a bit more, like 40 minutes more, something like that. Today I'm trying to go for 3 hours. And yeah, in other good news, I got my router today. And we're changing our internet connection, I think starting next Wednesday, if everything goes well. So we'll have a bit better upload rate. I don't think really that the upload rate would be much higher, but still. But I won't be afraid of potential disconnects anymore, because this is one of the reasons I'm also not streaming very often or for too long, because I don't want to get disconnected when I'm streaming. That would just be very annoying for both me and you, because the disconnect means basically you get kicked from the chat, so the stream is over, right? It's considered over. And who would want to rejoin a stream like that? So I'd rather stream less, but make sure that I don't get disconnected. But this problem will be solved starting next week, potentially from Wednesday. We're going to have to see if the technicians actually come at that time. But we already received the router, so that's at least encouraging. I guess I can turn this music a bit lower. Still playing with because after I introduced the filters for the microphone, I still haven't found that sweet spot where I should, put the music volume so that it's not too loud, but it's also not too very low. Music should be just like background, or nothing too extreme. Just a nice background for us. So how is your morning, common hours? Did you start work already? I suppose you did, since I don't see you that active on chat anymore. So good luck with that. Happy working day. Yeah, exactly. Let's do that. I sometimes leave a stream on when I'm working as well, but usually I kinda need to focus, so I don't like some guy talking in my ear. Ah, nice. Which TV series took place in Portland? Was it The Wire? I think it was The Wire, but I never seen it myself. I just saw Breaking Bad, and that was somewhere else, Albuquerque, New Mexico. What is Portlandia? Is that TV series as well? Because if it is, I never heard of it. Only heard of The Wire, but I never seen it, and I think that was taking place in Portland. But to my shame, I don't know anything about the city at all. It's good that it's not a reality show or anything like that. I just hear that it's a nice city, but how does it compare to Seattle? For example, I have a developer friend who's been living in Seattle for 9 years now. And he's quite happy over there. Never been myself. I just saw Sleepless in Seattle. I don't know how Portland compares, but I guess it's kind of similar. But if you have to work, don't worry about it. Common hours, you don't have to write in chat all the time. Just do your work, and it will all be over soon. What do you mean by displacement from California? Is there, by displacement, you mean a lot of people live in California because the living costs are too high, or people getting fired? I wouldn't say. I guess lots of people live in California just because it's so expensive to live there. And yeah, the Pacific Northwest would be a good choice indeed. And better weather for sure. I mean, did the forest fires already start in California? I guess we did. I think they started from like April or something like that. It's crazy. And Portland is in the state of Oregon, which I guess is very nice because it has lots of forest. Not sure if you also have mountains in Oregon. I know Wyoming has lots of nice mountains. Of course, the Appalachian Trail goes through there. It's expensive everywhere. So, you know, I have people from the UK, I have friends from Romania, I have friends from other countries, Germany as well. Everybody's complaining about rising price, but I can tell you it's expensive everywhere now. So you really can't hide. It's crazy with the inflation everywhere in the world now. So rising prices is and will be a problem for the next years still. And of course, when the inflation, you know, is not that hot and bothered anymore, it gets a bit subdued. Prices will never go back to what they were before the current event, the war, and before the pandemic as well. So it is what it is. Yeah, that's why we're always going to Nebraska. We're just checking out the market there. Not bad, sneaky. You can go live next to Warren Buffett in Omaha. Dude, but it's only wave 6. Oh, because it's Nagasa and these guys multiply like crazy. They're like cockroaches, they're everywhere. Lots of them, and I think I also have a modifier with heal, increased health, glancing blow. Wow, so there's so many of them and they hit so hard, it's crazy. Yeah, I wouldn't imagine I would die here, but it's an arena and I should check before going in like this. Yes. I see. Yeah, well, the US is just so big, you can't just move everywhere. If you're also you also want to stay in touch with your family, so that's only understandable. And so this arena, you know what? Screw this arena. Increased elemental damage, and then I'll get to the boss, and what will happen then? I don't know. We'll just have to see after the break, because I've been streaming without a break now, and yeah, I'll have to figure out what I can do with the green screen to raise it a bit higher so that I can just raise my stand-up desk. I have like this electrical stand-up desk and it just goes supposedly it goes up like this, but I don't know why it's not working. Restart the app. I have an app on my phone for that. Actually, I just wanted to show you. Let's see if it works. But curiously enough, it doesn't. So I don't know why that is. But yeah, I'm not going to do it manually because then yeah, maybe it's not connected to the desk. Well, it is. What's happening then? Weird, never happened before. I was trying to raise the desk just to show you what happens, but weird. I have to check this out. I guess I haven't raised the desk in a while now because ever since summer hit here, since June hit here, I'm working at least half a day on the terrace. It's a bit less hotter there. and I don't stand at the desk. I don't stand or sit at the desk anymore that often. Okay guys, taking a break for 10 minutes. Common hours. Happy working, and I'll see you in just a bit. And for some reason the bot decided to change its name back to Streamlabs again. This is like the #1 most annoying issue I currently have. But maybe, yeah, first world problems, right? It's not the biggest problem in the world, I guess. Yeah, sorry about that, sorry about that. Commands. Oh, doesn't matter anyway. Nobody's looking what the bot is called. Okay guys, be right back. 10-minute break on. Alright, so let's see what's happening here. The so-called K-pop is actually, even from Pressure Rocks on the album, is like, I don't know, only a few songs are free to use, and the other ones are blocked. No, because most of them, as K-pop would be, have vocals, and I have an option here to actually only choose instrumental. The reason. So guys, I'm going to be online for half an hour more, and after that I will bid you farewell for the day. I'll be back, of course. The dev stream is a bit late for me, common hours, because it's at 10 p.m. 22 hours, and if it lasts for 2 hours, maybe I will, maybe I won't. We'll see. It's usually interesting, and Mike is a really nice guy. I'm glad they chose him up. Usually you don't get nice and talkative developers all that often to actually do a stream, but he's really fit for the role. I just might. How about you? You're gonna be around there asking questions? So I chose the funk station. I don't know about that, to be honest. Pronounce on low. Yeah, more relaxed. Yes. Working music. I just see you're normally very active in chat, but you probably like smaller chats, but where not everyone is shouting around. I don't have questions to ask myself either. So I just played the game. I don't know anything about anything. All right. Let's see now. Yeah, me neither, so can't imagine myself asking any questions. There are people with thousands of hours in the game already, especially when it comes to the streamers, of course. I just started out, so no questions from my side. And even if I would have questions, I can just ask them in the Discord. I'm on the Last Epoch Discord myself, and there are a lot of questions being asked there already. And the developers and the community manager, they also answer over there on Discord. So it's a pretty good server. Lots of activity over there. So that's why I don't usually watch the dev stream, just because it doesn't contain anything new. To be honest, it's just a way to pass the time, and yeah, the time of the day or the night in my case is not the most suitable, let's say, because I do actually wake up in the morning. Don't like to stay up too late. Sometimes I do still wake up early, especially on my work days. Yeah, thanks a lot for that. I was actually imagining you would watch Lizard IRL or some of the bigger streamers, some of the big streamers who are broadcasting the Shaman tournament, but I appreciate choosing to spend a little time over here, not to leave me alone for stream. But even then, you know, like Lizard IRL has, I don't know, over 4,000 followers, and he still only gets 20, 30, 40 viewers on a stream. I'm actually wondering what the interest for the game is, because I would expect a streamer that has 4 or 5,000 followers, better the fake that will also a lot. But we only get like 20, 30, 40 simultaneous viewers. So I would understand from that that there are not a lot of people interested in the game itself, content itself, right? Did you still play some Diablo 3 or put that aside for a while? I wouldn't see myself playing Diablo 3 again, I guess. Yeah, well, it's a fun little game. Well, then I get to end game and there's nothing to do, and it's great riffs are just so boring. You do them for a couple hundred hours. Nothing else to do. This came on when, yeah, like in 2019, you played the Necromancer. It's a really good class. Worth trying out. Other than that, played Sorcerer, played the Demon Hunter the most. Demon Hunter is really fun. For me at least, I always play ranged characters more or less. I guess I would try out the Crusader more seriously, but I'm not interested in the Barbarian, I'm not interested in the Monk, not interested in the Witch Doctor, because just didn't... I don't like the way it looks, really. I mean, for a game like Diablo, I would expect every class to be really great, for the powerful, and that Witch Doctor is so goddamn ugly. But I think you can go to monos at almost any level, really. So after you choose your mastery, I think the monos are unlocked too. I know when I was leveling my druid back in March 2021, I could do monos even earlier, like level 35, something like that. You can just go to monos. Of course, I think they even said that monos are tailored more to an endgame character than to an incomplete character still leveling up, so I don't know. Oh, so things did change. Things did change. It used to be you could start them with level 45 or something. Maybe I'm wrong, but when they didn't have the chapter 9 in, go maybe it was 45, because the game with chapter 8, the campaign ended at level 45 probably. And now I know, yeah, that with the current campaign you kind of finish it at level 55. But I don't know how efficient that would be. So, because you can also see here in the upper right corner, area level 100 scale. So it just scales to your level. Yes, 41% all resistances. Do some stability in here and do the boss one more time. The wife was a bit away, out a little. Now we're going to have Romantic candlelit dinner. Paris. You on Friday evening. Did I see this one before? Frosting. Is poison damage? Not get hit by this one's fire. Yeah, hardcore is another game, man. So if you like to play hardcore, then you gotta do what you gotta do. Are you looking to level something specific, or do you have a mastery in mind? Yeah, it takes a while to level the character in Last Epoch. And the campaign is quite long already. So yeah. Takes a while. I guess the Void Knight is a bit more dynamic, to be honest. Paladin, if you just go Hammer Smite, it's what you would expect. From what I've seen, it's not good. It's powerful, but then again, Paladin throwing hammers around, you know that. I think the Void Knight is a bit more interesting. It's also more of a newish class or something like that. Not resembling totally the archetypes from other games. So Javelin Paladin, I've seen some builds about that as well. Cool. And I guess the Paladin will be very good for multiplayer, well, just like it was in Diablo 2, or yeah, the Crusader in Diablo 3, I suppose. Auras and all that stuff. You won't catch me playing hardcore, that's for sure. Even in the tournament or this weekend race, I think only Perry the Pig plays hardcore. I think all the others play softcore, so yeah. Yeah, I guess this is mostly what you can do with the game at this stage. Just level up some more characters. See what you like, see how it fits in. I found my objective in trying to get those Ravenous Void gloves, and this will keep me busy until the next content patch, hopefully. But yeah, I don't mind the grind, I actually enjoy it. Sometimes it gets depressing, but it passes quick. Yeah, so actually I'm making a lot of progress here. Let me try to go around here, maybe increase health and damage. Increased elemental damage. Yeah, then the boss will one-shot me. 350 corruption is a bit extreme, to be honest. I just got that bonus corruption and went with it. I should have just kept it at 200 corruption. Wanted to get to the boss as fast as possible. Now we're kind of stuck with it, because you won't find any nodes to drop the corruption by 100 points, just as you find bonus or abyss nodes to raise the corruption by 100 points. And that's why I don't play hardcore. Needs a special type of guy to do that. I'm not that type of guy. But we still need 200 stability, that's for sure. So this monolith will probably not, surely won't be enough. We can do this one and the next one. Increased elemental damage, yeah, so I had the 140% increased elemental damage, which is specific to this mono. And I guess it was the spire actually that killed me, and it was only one spire. Siege spires of fire damage. Don't remember what the death text actually said. It's nice that in this game at least you see which ability killed you. And yeah, of course, which mob. And of course, which mob. And it said Volume 4 switch mob. Okay. Whatever that means. I guess programs like these are not meant to actually write subtitles for streams or videos in real time. They're just like for dictation, something like that. If you want to write down some memos, some notes, then it comes in handy. See all the wild gates, so lots of wild gates here in this mono. Lots of shrines too. Look at them howling. Can I continue using focus when after I teleport? That would be cool. A neat trick, like a skill point. I teleport like this to this focus channel to finish the mana, but I can't. Well, this is pretty good, but it's level 70, so I don't know if I'm going to take that. I think I have a lot of chest pieces for as rares, let's say. Level 70 is a bit much. I need the rares, the yellows, just to level some potential other. I can stop picking everything up just because he said red. It's a thing in my loot filter. Color the yellows that have like high tier affixes already. To color them with red instead of yellow. But yeah, this stream is not geared towards becoming an expert Plastical player or know-it-all or whatever. Just a normal guy from Berlin playing games. And I'm more interested in community interaction, to be honest. The game is just you know, some background. Sometimes I die. Sometimes I don't focus on the game too much. I just focus on you guys and talking. I wouldn't be surprised if in a year or two this stream evolves more towards just chatting stream, something like that. Well, it's not an easy game. It's not an easy game, depending on the class and build you're playing. It's it can really get difficult. I chose a pretty well balanced class, let's say. After trying some other ones, which I could just see how unbalanced the game was. Yeah, I picked something out that can do decent damage, has decent survivability if I am paying attention. With 3 siege spires, guess what's gonna happen here? Wow, they have such a big AoE telegraph. Whoa, dude. Because I have 2 increased elemental damage modifier on me. Just insane. I'm going to get one-shotted by the meteor spell here. And or by the spires. Well, let's try and do it. Maybe we can. Of course we can, but don't put your money on me. Because might lose that bet. Yeah, exactly, because we just spam cast meteor. I couldn't believe it when I saw them, or yeah, saw them again for the first time running this model. Just spam meteor after meteor is insane. But from tomorrow we get back to our trusted last ruin monolith to get back in the saddle with the hunt for the gloves, because yeah, otherwise we're wasting time. So 58% increased glove drop chance, that's pretty good. Not 75%, but still, it's pretty good. 17% less than the perfect drop, but you could see yesterday and today how hard even that blessing drops. So yeah, I'll do this model and then we go to the boss, see get a better chance for blessing, and that will be it from the stolen spear model. That's good. Because we have work to do with getting those gloves at some point. I'm not in a hurry. If I can get them on by the time autumn is here and multiplayer hits, then I'll be happy. Sure, if multiplayer will hit like in December, I'm not going to just farm the gloves until December. That would be insane. More insane than that guy that just streams Diablo 2 resurrected 8 hours a day every day. The guy from Germany I told you yesterday about. PC challenge 10 minute. No? Sorry, just had to tell mama something. This lo-fi music is pretty nice. I usually played lo-fi music on my Puffback style stream. But of course, on YouTube Live, you would just tell me it's copyrighted music. It was from Free Code Camp Radio. It's called. Free Code Camp is like non-profit organization. It provides training for developers or developers to be. And they had a partnership with, still have probably, with a guy from LA who actually has a record label, right? And he made the music for that radio, special, you know, music just listened while you're studying or writing code or whatever. So the guy actually owning the rights allowed them to play that music on the radio. But I guess on YouTube it wasn't, it was protected by copyright laws. So I'll still get copyright claims. But again, copyright claims do not ban my channel from YouTube. They just disable monetization from videos, and by the time I get to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours in a year, Yeah, I'll get the ravenous void gloves. That's for sure. Let's just leave it at that. I'm not worrying about monetization or anything like that because I multi-stream on YouTube, of course, also, and the stream is there. But I also put stream highlights. If the music is too loud, then I do get copyright claims if the music is just like faded in the background. I don't, so. But I'm not expecting to get some actual money from stream highlights like the things we talk about here. Man, I don't even know because I'm not watching him, but I guess he's playing different classes. He's playing the first season, of course. But I don't know. I'm not an expert in Diablo 2 to actually understand what he's doing. And his stream is in German, so I can't really recommend it to you. By giveaways you mean in-game items, I suppose, because yeah, he gets, I would imagine, lots of runes, lots of drops, and yeah, then you can do giveaways in-game, I guess. That's one idea to make the stream popular, right? So good for him. Yeah, that's a pretty good idea. So he's not playing D2R, Diablo 2 Resurrected for nothing. Because I know there is this website, twitchtracker.com, and you can just see like every streamer streaming on Twitch, twitchtracker.com, and you can actually see how a specific channel evolved. And I was actually looking for this guy, Miami Max, is in Miami_Max. The Diablo 2 Resurrected guy, and yeah, he tried to play Path of Exile for a while, but of course, Path of Exile being a nobly saturated game, he didn't get a lot of traction from that. And once Diablo 2 Resurrected was released, so in September last year, he just streamed that, and he became quite popular, of course, in the German-speaking space, let's say. Now he always has at least 150 or 200 or 300 concurrent viewers, and he's like streaming all the time, so he's doing this full time. Not sure how much money he's getting from that. Okay, so I'm dying when he spawns the mobs, and probably between those mobs are also some fire mages, that's for sure. So let's try not to die now, but I think those fire mages are really something, man. So yeah, Path of Exile, no chance. Too many people streaming that, sure. And he made his entry, kinda made his niche with Diablo 2 Resurrected, and as long as that works, yeah. He is there. I'm doing good damage, but I'm not sure about the fire damage. I still have those two stacked mods, so it's not only one, it's two with increased elemental damage. So it's been insane to do the boss like that, but hey. So I have to avoid these fire spells like plague, and I think one of the fire mages actually dropped meteor on me. Just too much. Too much for any sane person to take. Light mage. Other fire mages as well. Keep moving. Yeah, I probably just ran into those swirling fire orbs. Right. What's other than that? Light mages. Just, I don't know what kind of damage. Probably fire. Well. No idea really. Big gun already? Okay. Carry on. If I survive the intermezzo mobs and the boss himself, I can get him down, no problem. But it's going to be the last time I do him because we're just wasting time. Not very efficient. Focus ourselves too much on the blessing itself instead of farming the gloves. Because I already lost like 3 to 5 gas per kills. Could have gotten to 100 this week. 100 elder gas per kills, but we'll get there next week. Don't hurry. Game is not going anywhere. And neither am I. 57% and I have 58. Yep, that's that. Okay, no more God Hunter, whatever, Argentus. Let's just keep the current. Yeah, 57. Now it's the range is too big. From 35% to 75% random roll. Go. So I've seen several blessings like this. All less than what I have. So the only improvement was from 53%, which is still a good percentage, to 58%. So we can just go with this one, just to make sure I click on keep current, because I don't want to stay here any longer than I have to. Keep current, yeah. All good. Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's how this game is. If I wanted safety, I would just play Stardew Valley. Nothing else. Right, so tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central European time, Berlin time, my time, 2 p.m. East Coast time, and I suppose 11 a.m. Common Music time in Portland, Oregon. We're going to continue with the Last Ruin Echo. You can see already how depressing this one looks. So the Stolen Lands was looking good, colorful, nice, all sunny, and now Last Corruption, like the death of passion. Okay, my friends, thank you for joining me today. Common Hour, special thanks to you for being the #1 regular on this channel. And I wish you a safe entry into the weekend. Make it count, and I'll see you tomorrow's on the Saturday stream with some Berlin techno party music. Thank you for watching. Till tomorrow. Bye bye. Have a great weekend.